Side of things, really some of the standout guys were Spinks and Magisk, and both of them started to go cool towards the end of that game. We've got to see them pick up the pieces here, or else Vitality and their debut to the playoffs, this beautiful stage in the Spodek, it might be one that they want to forget. We're right into this. Util raiding over into A, and Yakinda's got the knife out. Magisk put in the dirt to open this one up. ZywOo with the reply. This guy was nearly absent back on overpass. He's opened up here. He's the one to find that 4v4, but OC gets aggressive. Well, Liquid give with one hand, they take with the other. And Vitality are left a man down.
Liquid looking like an entirely different beast just to start this game. Can't believe the first kill of the map is with the Blade. dupreeh, he's got great control, but Yakinda's already cut down the crossfire. ZywOo nowhere. dupreeh locked in a corner, locked in the lockers, and he's got players approaching from either side. Naf escapes, he survives, and Apex gets into the A site, but OC's here as well. Not for long. 2v2 with a powerful post-plant position. dupreeh sits in the rafters. Yakinda knows what to expect. Naf comes in very low from the door. He's going to get a 1v1 and no armor for Apex. He falls quickly. There is wind in the sails of Liquid as they float through in that pistol.
Yeah, it's one thing to have won that insane comeback on the first map. It's another to have kick-started your pistol with a knife kill. Yakinda trying to get a little tricky with it. Really pushing the boat out. And you love to see it. Even went on to land this clean tap to ZywOo.
Yeah, and I mean, Yakinda wasn't top of the board last game, but he certainly had some highly impactful rounds on CT side. If he can start the same here on map 2, even though it's Vitality's pick, I think nothing is impossible at this point for Liquid. They've already done the impossible in this series. Why not keep it going? Force up for Vitality. Didn't want to do it after the 13-2. They will here and now. ZywOo makes it, crossing quick with the bomb. No one's even dropped. Elite will just make it down the vent in time and get towards the decon side. So Vitality are running into the Lion's Den.
Oh, Elite gets that spot, but he doesn't like what he sees. Having a reposition, He will get shut out of the round. ZywOo to find him. Now the pace getting picked up. Naf only with one on this ramp rotation. Could slip through your fingers here. This 4Spy's got some legs on it. OC tagged and they're pressuring him. They really want to shut out this ramp retake.
Yeah, it's done. It should be done. Off these positions alone with no kit right now, with so much control and all these rifles getting robbed from Liquid. They might want to throw themselves into it, but I don't see any way back into this retake. Someone's got to call it off, and it will be said. And now it's done. Vitality. I love the pace into that B site as well. The gumption for ZywOo to just swing the door and send it. They knew they beat Liquid to the punch, and it's a knockout blow in the round, in the 4Spy round.
As mentioned, ZywOo was pretty quiet to open up. He seemed very tamed on overpass. It's nice that coming into this second map with potential defeat, 2-0 in the series, staring Vitality in the face. He's kind of let the chains off, right? He's looking to get a lot more involved here.
Yeah, and this is something I brought up in the first map, but every Katowice gone by, on and offline, obviously no Spodek for ZywOo before, but every time he has faced ratings worse than the average for the rest of the year. This has been a bad event for him. And this would be an even more horrifying one to lose in this fashion after the last map. OC boosted up over blue, gonna find dupreeh. Magisk sends it down B, and again, Vitality 3 strong, down lower with Spinks holding T-roof. He can kill rotations, but they are just jumping the gun. They are just full sending it into this site, and there's no one here to stop him. Naf attempts to grab a grip on this round, and OC actually catches it by surprise, but ZywOo holds on. He knows his team are asking for him, and right now he delivers.
ZywOo's in this all alone now. Everyone else hits the ground.
He's been here before.
Back of the site. Chance for this fight onto ramp as well. Lengthy bit of routing needed for Nitro to get involved, but he's finally on the scene, making his way in now. Elige at ramp, just keeping ZywOo's attention off the real player. Oh, with the swing, ZywOo! makes it look easy, and history repeats itself as he clutches out down on that lower site.
Yeah, not the first time. Same plant, same position, same result for ZywOo. Stone cold killer. And no better time than this map to show up after an extremely underwhelming debut in the spot egg. Those are some clean shots. Wouldn't have wanted it any other way. Liquid, however, now put to pistols. Can't match the money. Gamble ramp stack, and at least allows them to rotate quick B. Where all Vitality have gone in this T side. And no hurry in this round now. They know they've got Liquid on the chopping block. Just need to cut the rope. Regrouping back outside is nice as well. The range game is just not a factor for Liquid with only default pistols. So Vitality again have an easy path to B. This is where the paranoia can set in though. You have this much room, you wonder if it's all a trap set and laid by Liquid to welcome you into that bomb site. Apex has the early info. Liquid are getting curious themselves, and that might pay dividends to Spinks, who waits patiently.
Yeah, he could end the whole round right now. Never even have to worry about these USPs. Ooh, they cleared the lobby. Now they suspect that it is the lower plate. There's one teed up for Spinks, who gets activated on this lobby lurk.
You know, I won't call them entries, but again, Spinks, you know, finding first kills on T side, something that wasn't even a factor coming into this quarterfinal matchup. Spinks has definitely been a little more unleashed in this series, as he was in their matchup back at Pro League Finals. Looking for the ace right now. They're chasing him down, sure, but he's got a bit of support. Naf lit up, Spinks, oh, can't find the fourth, and that might be a gun. Vitality may as well throw everything at it, try and stop this save.
Naf just wants to get out with his life. A Liege, kind of a factor. Ooh, they will get a handful of kills. They're still chasing this down, but this becomes very expensive for Vitality, and even they realize this. Apex calls off the hunt. Not only do they arm Team Liquid, passing 2 AKs down the line, but it's a very costly round there. Liquid with their first rifle. Right now, Vitality, they've shown us a lot of these outside execs, so I'm going to have my eye pinned on OC. I want to see how he's looking as he brings the AWP out right away.
Yeah, no armor.
A big part of that comeback on Overpass, right? He was hitting shots, he was feeling it, delivering on the stage. That's got to hold true now more than ever.
Questions on his confidence even coming from his teammates certainly was not a factor in that huge comeback for Liquid, but it can be difficult for a CT AWP to really get involved when you're getting smoked off. If you want to play Garage, play towards Credit Card, you're going to lose your angles, lose your info, so OC goes round to ramp instead. Other options are going up heaven and trying to peer through the top of the smokes. Vitality are not in a hurry. They sit behind red before the fade. Elige has confirmed that. He knows it's a fake. Util coming in outside, an A site rather, and outside Elige gets caught. They really thought that was an upper exec with an outside fake, but it's just a delayed pop down B. I love that call for Vitality, completely catching Liquid by surprise. They now have the site.
Yeah, much more proactive T side already. Vitality with a lot of nice ideas to find routes into these rounds, and already uprooting this gun round is problems for Liquid. They're looking for a response right now. Apex just looks away. That's one for Nitro. ZywOo tries his hand at the trade, but is caught back in the lobby. 3-on-3 now, even odds bout, and OC's already sat pretty down at lower. But something's made them change their mind here.
Unsure, uncertain, and now confirmed. They've been fooled. Pulled back out of B. OC loses his angle and just takes his head right off. Vitality, a very firm grip of this round, and again, a save under consideration for Yakindar. 10 health with an AWP. He doesn't want anything to do with this. I don't know what changed for Liquid. Maybe Yakindar made some kind of call. They were both rerouting to lobby to help him. And then Vitality just walk out the door. Magisk, oh my goodness, this is a kill on a plate, and he will chow down. The AWP is not making it back into OC's hands unless Naf can throw himself around the ringer again. Vitality, even so, 4-1 lead on the T side. Far better start. Oh, the bomb. Oh dear.
Knocking the AWP out. Removes Liquid's leg to stand on and hoping that they could offer up some resistance here. It's going to leave them in a bit of a weird spot. They call through a timeout early.
Yeah, they're getting played with. I gotta again draw attention to that exec. That was really nice. They Apex threw a full wall of smokes outside. They walk behind red. They don't actually cross B, and it's Allegia's advanced position that loses Liquid the round because they hear all this util on A. They hear a double molly exec, and Liquid call, yeah, it's an A exec. Allegia says there's nothing outside. No one's cross secret, and the second he goes up the stairs to rotate back mini, he gets caught by the triple red. Vitality fool Liquid and run down lower. Even though they took their time to actually enter the site, that actually helped them. Liquid doubted themselves. OC moved his AWP out of position, and Vitality win the round. Bit of a chess game from Apex already. And Liquid in this round are left to pistols, just pawns.
Okay, Naf's got to be the knight in shining armor. Vitality this time not poised to take outside. Something a little more up-tempo as dupreeh sports the MAC-10.
Oh.
Into Nitro they go. Just one from the captain. Knocked out of the round. Yakindar fighting from heaven. Can't really get involved here. And so A is lost. It's a battle of a retake for Team Liquid.
What can you do?
ZywOo in such a strong position back in the lobby. Site locked down by two, and even a third man, you know, Apex kind of nearby, ready to lend a helping hand and watching the big wrap round. There shouldn't be a way back in here for Liquid, and they know it.
Yeah, Naf's on safe city, and all the pistols hope for exit kills. Grab a gun, keep it with your armor. Apex will fall, that's something. Oh, and the gun just gets robbed beneath the eyes of ZywOo. He's got another player to mess with as well, just to exit. So Yakinda might find some kills here on the way out. 2 guns so far is solid for Liquid. But ultimately, this is a dominant T-side beginning. Trades could have gone a whole lot worse given Liquid's positions. 2 guns per team and a 5-1 lead. Vitality have shown already a lot of different setups on this T-side. Quick yard takes, quick drops to B, a fake, and now an A exec. They're keeping Liquid guessing. It's hard to fill these gaps when you don't know what's coming next. OC now has an armored AWP. But every time Vitality have sent outside in gun rounds, there have been smoke walls.
Yeah, I think if you're OC, you're probably wanting to get up on top of the garage. Try take a fight over the top of them, because he has run there with the AWP again. Instead, just posting on this angle, trying to catch a player jumping. Vitality will not give him that fight. Smokes down, AWP locked out of the round. OC's got to fall back. And Vitality own outside again. Nitro. Spams were his friend on that opening map, but Magis replies, and Vitality hit the go button, splitting this A site. OC falling into this side of the map. Naf doubles down in the meantime. And it comes together for Team Liquid there. It looked like OC had hit a very unfortunate timing with when he dropped in.
I don't even know if he wanted to fall there. It looked like he scoped up in the sky, wanted to hit that shot on rafters, but the falling AWP, that really set Naf up. That was the last thing Vitality were expecting. Apex has hit the gap though. Allegia may have started events still, but he's not in a hurry and he won't be able to stop this plant, you'd like to think. As long as Apex trusts his gut and commits to the stick, he will. Allegia, oh, the audio can really let you down. They've completely misread it. No one tell them. Let's see how long Liquid take to realize as Apex has now cut off that point of rotation. Liquid have no idea. I thought G2 were in the semi-finals, not the quarters.
Oh dear, it still hasn't dawned on them yet.
Hello?
They still don't know. They're chasing ghosts. Anyone home? No plant, it's just been realized. They just noticed.
Oh dear.
They don't even fight Apex and he's risen to his feet. He's rubbing it in. Take a bow.
Easiest clutch of his damn life.
Shock smiles on from the sidelines. Apex the clutcher. And it's just the threat of him that was enough.
Okay, Liquid are really getting rumbled here, right? With some of these fake rounds, now they're doubting themselves. Need to stay in the game. And hey, I'll give it to Liquid. After the tenacity to pull back that last map, I'm not doubting their resilience in this series, but you can't deny 6-1 T sides with clutches like that. They are getting in Liquid's head early.
Yeah, Liquid, they need some sort of trump card here. Made to look like clowns. They've got to be the Joker. Nice. Nitro coming through, gets involved. ZywOo with the reply. He is getting pressured. Yakinda holds the W button and gets involved, looking to take Lobby away. He's traded places with the man out through the door. Apex and Spinks getting sneaky. Down towards lower they go. dupreeh still tenuously holding on to this lobby control. But Vitality have found the gap again.
And B has just been free. There's never been an anchor player here. Liquid have never pushed a player into lower off spawn other than a Legion Secret. And Vitality just keep getting free plants. And they even have the best point of rotation cut off. Yakinda, he's got to walk right through this vent. And dupreeh is holding on. The rest of them routing ramp. A long way to go. dupreeh has left his position. That gives timing to this flank on vent, but a smoke down cuts them off on ramp, and now they know their back's corrupted. There's nowhere to go for Liquid. They've got to fight their way out of this cage. Apex hides inside of the smoke, and Nitro eviscerates him. Spinks with a clutch on his plate, and he's ready. He's hungry, and he can't convert it. There is time for that defuse. 2 rounds for Liquid, an aggressive setup with a triple lobby take, and it puts them back on the board.
I think it's very important that for Liquid it comes together there, right? After losing a round to the misread, to retaking an empty bomb site, with Vitality running away with the T side, you needed that momentum break, and it had to come sooner rather than later. It's a step in the right direction, but it's a marathon, not a sprint in these series.
Mac 10 for ZywOo. Bit of a quicker one, perhaps. Going to take his spawn right outdoor. Oh my god, he's down the vent. His team won't make it, neither will the bomb. Tumbling atop the vent. Yakinda finds it blinded. And now this round is really awkward for Vitality, no matter what position ZywOo has. He's got to flank around the world and back again. However, keep your eyes on OC and whether he's aware of this contingency, because this is a rare reposition. OC gets out of the danger zone. Bumps his way to hell.
This might actually give ZywOo though way more room than they're bargaining for. Oh, just seen him.
Check.
Turns around, gets the drop on him.
This round's dead in the water.
Feels like it has been since that bomb got dropped in the door by Yakinda. And Vitality know it. There's no way to build back into this. There's no way to rebuild this round. It was over as soon as it began. And so just the save call now as they back out.
Oh, hello.
Spotted by Elige. We'll give them that fight.
Nice drop from Magisk. Elige thought he went all the way up.
But it doesn't go further than this. Just a waiting game, and so Liquid. All right, it's Yakinda to open it. And we have this shutdown. OC getting involved, finding some success on that AWP. He kind of put a stop to the swing player, right? ZywOo was the make or break of recovering that round for Vitality. And the moment he won that head-to-head, a head-to-head that he's looked great in, it teed Liquid up for their third. And they'll walk it over the line.
Yeah, important they're building money here early, because Vitality, just in the first few rounds, showed a nice variety of strategy. They certainly have more to pull out in this T half. It's their map pick after all. They knew they'd be beginning on T side. No timeouts here, no breaks, no breathers. But also no money for Team Vitality. So relying on these 2 decorated Danes to do the dirty.
Yeah, gonna have to try and set them up. Magisk leading the charge. The tip of the spear on the ramp play, but he's already out of the round. The 2 guns dealt with. Naf wrestling for this ramp control, and with a little help from his friends, Elige moves in. Vitality ascent packing.
Yeah, you called Naf the bedrock of Liquid in that first map. Well, we've dug deep and we finally found him. Far stronger start to this second map. He had a decent recovery on CT side, back on overpass as well. But he's a must-have player in a series like this. Rarely goes cold, rarely goes quiet. And now cannot be an exception. Boost up, ZywOo taking that AK over the top. But Liquid, I love how passive they're playing. They're giving away nothing. Yakinda's getting confident, and OC will be right by his side, but Yakinda needed both, and that's what he'll find. 4 rounds and 4 survive for Team Liquid. Its vitality, again, still broken. They might have to just put their pieces together and get pistol armor.
This is weird though, right? Like Vitality, they had the strong start back on overpass, a ludicrously strong start. Then it fell apart. Then we had that comeback. One of the most insane comebacks I've ever seen. And Liquid are looking to repeat this late activation, but this time with a little more room, a little more wiggle room. As they switch on, salvaging the slow start to Nuke was a must. And they're about to do exactly that.
Okay.
Spam kill from Yakinda. Apex on the receiving end of it. Vitality looking to come through these smokes, but outside is a dangerous place to find yourself.
I like this play, but again, it gets confirmed by OC. He's seen everything down B, and everything is nothing. That's enough info. Elige can be ready for this wrap through Garage. And he's got such a ratty position. Just enough information. They could creep below him. Okay, Dupree has found that, but Elige is cognizant. Dupree all the way round hell. Will he check the red box? Oh, he did not.
He thinks he did. He thinks he paid it enough mind. Still, he's still moving forward. Still holding the W button. They don't know about him now.
Oh,
gets the turn, and now Dupree's involved.
I thought it was Vitality that pull off plays like that. That's what we saw back in the group stage. The AWP does make contact. We're just looking for more deeks. They've connected so far. The bomb's coming down ramp, and it's only OC, the last line of defense.
He's in hot water right now. Rotate through the vent from Yakinda is nice. Alleviate some of that pressure, but Nitro's been knocked out of the round. OC, it's just a tag, and ZywOo, they lined up for him. With just the pistols, Vitality find it.
Elige holding a shot for 1 second too long, and look at the results. It is disastrous for Liquid. They lose to nothing. Deagles, a scout, barely Kevlar. And that flank was perfectly timed as well. It couldn't have gone better for Vitality if they tried. A robbery of a round, and already all the makings to a ludicrous T-site beginning. They let that sink in. Zonic calls a pause. And let Liquid ruminate over a lost round.
Yeah, for Liquid there, that just felt like such a domino effect, right? By the time you even realized just how much danger you were in, the round was already stolen away from you. Vitality, they want to capitalize on this. They want this to give them that wide berth into the later stages of this first half. They win this round, they break the money off Team Liquid, and that's going to tee them up nicely. Spinks looking like he wants to fight early. ZywOo smoked off at the door, and Apex making a bit of noise outside, but doesn't seem to be a focal point for Vitality here.
Yeah, OC's going to come up secret. He's got Elige covering the main cross. But Elige is also calling that, yeah, they could be, as far as red, they could be walking down B. Unlikely, as Vitality have thrown smokes every time. ZywOo, patience will pay off. And he holds the line, but that molly forces respect. Meanwhile, smoked out at the A site. Vitality wanted that pick. Yakinda will not give it over. Well, I say he won't. Got to be very careful, because Spinks has a gap in that smoke. Yakinda's feet would have been seen. He opts not to get aggressive. Let Vitality come to you, and they will eventually, lining up this outside wall yet again.
Normally when you see these smokes come over so late in the round, it's nothing but a fake, and this is the decision of Vitality. It's just to apply that pressure, put a seed of doubt in the mind of Team Liquid. Sure, they send Apex out there all alone, but he's just here to make a bit of noise, really sell it. ZywOo and co have their sights set on ramp. This is where Nafly resides. This is his territory, dropping down, out with the first. Now into the warm embrace of this lower site. He's home free. 20 seconds of Vitality. Someone's got to offer something up, and with Spinks dead, Elige and Nitro getting pressured. Flash is good, but with so little time, Elige looks to
They did not move an inch. They did not budge. They did not break. And with how many B plays we've seen from those outside rounds, Liquid hold on. Thank goodness OC had that information. Even positions where he's not netting kills, he's keeping Liquid in it. And Elige, a lovely spray down on top of the hut roof. They knew he was there. They could do nothing about it. And Liquid find life at the end of the half. Elige is happy about it. Few more rounds for Vitality to try and flex their muscles, flex their brain power, and flex their smoke walls, because it's been one consistency of this T side. Elige going over it this time, looking for a crossing player, but ZywOo, that's a quick shot. There's even a gap in the main smoke. Is that by design? Apex seems cognizant of it, and Yakinda's swing will be a miss. A 5-on-3, a round Vitality cannot afford to mess up, to fall short on, and one where they'll be picked apart one by one.
Yeah, you're forced into a bit of an awkward spot here. Got to take a bit of a risk, a bit of a gamble, and if you pick wrong, and this one's out of your hands. OC, they're coming his way, but the re-aggro, it's not well timed here. They've jumped across, missed shot, he just knifed Naf.
Oh dear.
Blue on blue in the ramp room. Smoke in the way, and Vitality change their tune. They go back into an empty A site. They've spotted both players trying to get out of there now. Applying the pressure, wanting to remove these guns, but they won't send it too far.
Oh, I love this boost. Vitality, they're trying to chase, they're trying to hunt the kills. This is a great way to do it. Can't believe we had a team knife there. OC kind of gives away Naf's position as well. They might have rushed down the AWPer, but as soon as they hear that, they realize there's two players round the corner. Very awkward. Spinks, if he wants to go further, he might find this AWP vertical flick, but not one that will be needed. 8 rounds to Vitality. Great opening kills. ZywOo ready for that boost up. He knew Liquid would have to pull in some sort of reaction to this outside control. That's exactly what he expects. A solid T side, but still their job is not done.
Yeah, heading into that last kind of all-important gun round, we said it was Vitality's chance to break the money, really cement a strong T side. Well, Liquid were able to win that one, but with only 2 players surviving, it was just delaying the inevitable here. They get out with some saved guns. That gives them the option to throw a bit of money into this round. But Vitality stand on the precipice of a T side they can be proud of, and it feels like they needed that after how the first map in this series went down. With that being the thing that took a lot of attention, something that they really tried to address coming into 2023. And this would be that work paying off right when they needed it.
Some things never change. Set piece from ZywOo. Gives that vent smoke, gives that outside control. Actually, a bit of a change of the grain. They're going to go quick into A, it looks like. But just gets run through the smoke, and Yakinda looking clueless, dazed and confused. They're even wrapping hell. Liquid don't know, but the walls are closing in.
Yeah, this could get rough. Nitro feels like he's almost behind enemy lines here, and with Dupree wrapping the heavens, something's got to give here. Liquid doing all they can to battle back into this one. It's left to Nafly. 1v2.
I believe. Do you?
Been a monster to open up this one. Had some great performances over at ramp, but this is asking a lot, and with lobby being held, Spinks is in a great position to shut this one down before it becomes a problem. Now, not even looking like he wants to go. Starts to creep forward, but will he check this corner? He won't. Spinks just waits. And that one gets teed up for him. It's a team ace for Vitality. And now they're about to put up a great T side here.
Yeah, this should be double digits, right? Liquid have no money going into the last round, and Vitality, yeah, they've had a couple of rounds robbed away from them, but ultimately this T side has been very well called, very well drilled. Nothing to sort of overpass, as both teams found out the hard way. But we've not seen any vast oversteps for Vitality. ZywOo gonna get involved, fires off that AWP, but sees nothing. Smoke indoor immediately. Apex even dry running outside. One smoke that did nothing, doesn't matter. Actually is a Liquid one, it bounced wrong. Meanwhile, they wait for lobby aggression. There will be some. Flash setup. Oh, it's not close. ZywOo holds a pixel gap, and Magisk fires back to find that opening kill. He even tagged OC deep on ramp. Every shot connecting right now for Vitality. Yakinda will throw himself into lobby, but they've already gone back to get the bomb. Oh, Magisk can't afford to die here. There's too many players coming around these corners. They are inside of the lobby. Yakinda has a kill. He just doesn't know it yet. Spinks will walk through.
Oh.
Yakinda holds his nerve until he's ready to end the round.
Big double. Yakinda's given Liquid a chance, but dupreeh and Apex are looking to take that chance away now. OC with the lobby aggro. The bomb's made it down the vents. dupreeh's in the back of the A site, and he's holding for this hut swing. OC might have seen him. Starts to reroute into ramp. Apex planted down lower again. OC, all right. He's called the bluff on this, dropping down. Apex is fully repositioned. Window broken.
Why not?
For a way back in.
Why
Smoke on the bomb. He's gonna give it a go. That tap forces a swing, and OC nails it. 1v1. dupreeh has stolen rounds away from NA before, but not today. OC delivers in the 1v2, and Liquid